Alireza sitting down, just visualizing what move he's gonna play. He has the white pieces, he can control the pace of the game.
Right, what do we expect? I imagine, well, it's not hard to, it's not easy to get, to get anything against Anish's home preparation. And yeah, a lot will depend on first few moves. And we are getting ready for the ceremonial first move to be made on this first board. And d2, d4 for Alireza Firouzja.
Have, of course, our poll of the day, and also another little reminder that if you like what you're seeing, do remember to follow, like, subscribe on the following social media channels and get updated with every little detail, every little bit of news that FIDE chess have to offer.
Wow, Yovi, we have a novelty played on move 7.
Well, sound the klaxon. Show us.
But look, it's, first of all, move 2 is already a surprise, right? So you wanted the game with white, you were awarded Mr. Creativity by the commentator. So you go e4, and then Anish is generous, he plays c5. He doesn't go for one of those Berlins or something. So you get to play anything, right? And Alireza chose knight c3, chooses knight c3, knight to c6, bishop b5. So that's not really a close Sicilian, I would say, but some hybrid with the Rossolimo. Knight to d4, and if I remember well, bishop c4 is one move that you can play, right?
I just wanted to brag a little bit about my opening knowledge in this, and it was back when I was a junior. So we were all doing this because we were showing this variation by Chris Ward, Grandmaster, English Grandmaster. And so we all asked the question, okay, what would happen after bishop, knight to d4, and then the bishop would step back to c4, and then I was like, well, what about e6? And he'd go, yeah, it's fine, you just go knight to f3. And then, you know this trap?
No.
Then black goes knight f6, castles, and I was like, yeah, but then black is just simply going to go d5, and it's going to be a fantastic position.
And then e5, and if you go e5, then it's knight takes.
Oh, you know this one.
Right? Knight d4, pawn takes, and queen h5.
That's correct.
Queen h5 you start with.
Queen h5, bishop e6.
h5, so you attack the knight and the f7 pawn. Yeah. Black has to play bishop e6, and then you say, how do you defend the bishop?
And the knight.
And the knight.
Yes.
All right. Because g6, you would think, defends the bishop because, but there is queen takes d5. So too many pins, basically.
Yeah.
So this is pinned and this is pinned. Right, yeah, I've seen it, this one. Yeah, I just didn't know where you were going with it. Knight f3
It's more thematic.
takes, and then... Oh, well, he didn't take, pardon me, he starts with e6. So the theory I kind of used to know was that you take on b5, and if I'm not mistaken, you could play d5, and then ed5. You cannot take with the queen for an obvious reason, but then you go a6. So basically you first make sure that white takes with the pawn, then you go a6, knight to c3, knight to f6, and the critical line, again, if I'm not mistaken.
He came in the mood for a fight.
No, you see, when the tension's up, he actually smiles. Right, so it was a moment of disappointment, but at least it did not last for long.
No.
Right, and we go back to Tanjungi and Lucknow.
Maybe
And there we go. That's the end of it. It's official. First board in the open section finished their game in a draw.
And both these players are on 6.5 points, so that means that they end the day with 7 points. And we'll see whether Vincent Keimer or Matthias Blubaum overtake them if either of them win. They're playing against each other, but there's a possibility that we could be seeing a sole leader by the end of the day. But who knows? We could also be seeing a massive tie at the top.
Yeah, and we've seen Alireza smiling, that's a perfect view on the players discussing the game, from the camera.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not what Alireza planned, that's for sure. He had the white pieces.